I've been talking to so many of you lately about lifted vans, and it's like the universe keeps providing lifted vans for me to look at out in the wild. Now we have a lifted GM van. I wonder what company it is. It might be a Boulder Off Road, because if this was a Well-Tech, there would be method wheels on this. 285 70 17 tires. And that happens to be that business right there. So thank you for letting me look at your van. Shout out to this company, this restaurant. They got a cool lifted van on a mystery lift. I don't see no decals on it or anything in the back. So yeah, that's an American flag decal. I like that. But there you go, lifted express van. Very nice. 2008 Chevy Express for $13,000. If this was four-wheel drive, it would be a lot more expensive. So this is a lifted two-wheel drive, and I discovered something new today. 5-inch lift on a Boulder Vans spindle lift with Bilstein 5100s. Never heard of Boulder Vans. Most of my friends here on YouTube with a van build, with a lifted van, are thinking about getting a lifted van. Most of you guys have Econolines. A couple of you have GM vans, but here's another option right here. If any of my friends are watching this with a GM van, Boulder Off Road, I'm going to show you their company right now and their prices. So a 5-inch lift allows up to a 35-inch tire. The lift kit price is $2,100, and the most affordable 5-inch lift for Ford Econolines is $2,089. So every bit as affordable as the most affordable 5-inch lift for Econolines. So yeah, check them out. To my friends with GM vans. And they have other products too. They got skid plates. I would like a skid plate for my Econoline, actually. That's really cool. 3-inch lift, 1800A. Go big. Only a $300 difference if you go with the 5-inch lift. Pre-runner bumper, $850. So let's take a look. See, there's our pre-runner bumper. Looks good. That's pretty affordable compared to the stuff for Econolines. Lifted van sighting. The owner's gonna come out right now and say, "What are you doing to my van?" I just like it. If he comes out, I'll say, "I like it, man." I know what it is right away. That's a RTZ spacer lift. Nice van. RTZ spacer lift. Spotted it right away. I know my van's too much. It's kind of obsessive, huh? Look at this thing. It's a lifted Honda Odyssey. This thing is nice. Yeah, man. I like all lifted vans. You never see a lifted minivan. That's cool. Spotted a lifted van in the wild. Find out what brand it is right now. Action van suspension with the Bilsteins. The owner's gonna come out right now and say, "What are you doing to my van?" I'll be like, "Come to our van meet, man. October 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I had to film it before I went into Vons. I might have left Vons and it would have been gone. There it is. Action van suspension. The cheapest of the 5-inch lifts. Well-Tech and Camberg lift kits have gone up in the last 2 years. The action van kit is still $2,089. There's my van. I would park next to him, but this thing will stick out. Yeah, that's how I do it. I always look at the radius arms. Well-Tech. And then if the decal's not there, I look at the front. So that's bent beams. The action van is the stock orientation on a drop down bracket. Spotted this lifted van. Every time I see a lifted van, I want to know what brand it is. So let me cross the street here and check this thing out. It's an Action Van suspension. Yeah, this thing's nice. Lifted van sighting. Nice. Did you really think that I wasn't gonna take a look at this van? Of course not. We gotta take a look at it. In fact, I saw a guy barbecuing right now, and I asked him if this was his van. So I asked him, what lift kit do you have on that van? And he told me he actually got it lifted in Mexico, and the guy who lifted his van works on vans. So he has a steering stabilizer on it. Really cool. Is that a drop down bracket? Is that like a specialized? It doesn't look like the Ford drop down bracket. And it has Rancho shocks on it. So there you go, lifted van hype. I parked here so I could walk there to check his van out. So yeah, he told me he just took it to Mexico, Tijuana, and there's a guy there that lifts vans. Just comes up with his own way of lifting vans. So yeah, I gotta Google search that. But there you go, some lifted van hype. Told the guy to check my channel out. Hopefully he stops by, tells us more details on that lift.